What's up everyone, welcome back. Today we're playing Kaya the Inexorable, 5 mana Kaya. Kaya is a planeswalker obviously, it comes down to 5 loyalty. The +1, put a ghost form counter on up to one target non-token creature. It gains when this creature dies or is put into exile, return it to its owner's hand and create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. The -3 is super relevant, exile any target non-land permanent, so this is really good against pretty much everything in the format, including the One Ring because it exiles it. And then the -7, if we ever get there, is pretty great. You get an emblem with, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may cast a legendary spell from your hand, from your graveyard, or from among cards you own in exile without paying its mana cost. So we might get to the -7, but we're really using Kaya as a way to exile any permanent that we want. So Kaya comes down, we exile the biggest threat, whatever that is. Maybe it's a big creature, maybe it's their commander, maybe it's the One Ring, and we continue our game plan, which is Orzhov Control. So we have all the black Thoughtseize types effects, all the white, swords effects, land tax to get our lands, all the board wipes in both colors, Maker's the Horde, onto Inversion, Farewell, Blood on the Snow. There's got to be at least 10 board wipes in this deck. Invoke Despair, and then all the great black card draw like Necropotence, Phyrexian Arena. We have Tutors, Black Market Connections, and this is all just to control the game and eventually get to a place where we can keep Kaya on the battlefield, because Kaya might have to die once or twice before it sticks, or it might never stick. But the ability to exile any target non-land permanent makes it a great removal source even at 5 mana, if that's what that's its floor. Its ceiling is the -7. And our win con is Big Kaya, Ugin, Vraska, Professor Onyx, Liliana, basically all planeswalkers. And the reason why it's planeswalkers is they're not affected by Farewell or board wipes. And if we get to Kaya's -7, it says legendary spells. All planeswalkers are legendary. So if these ever get, put in the graveyard or exiled, and we get to the -7, we can just cast them endlessly every turn for free. So that's the deck. I made a really similar deck to this using Kaya the Intangible Slayer as the commander. Now it's sort of reversed, where Kaya is part of the 99 and 5 mana Kaya is the commander. So let's see how this version fares. If you like this kind of content, hit that subscribe button. Would appreciate it. Helps me out, helps the channel grow. Coming out with a new video every day. All different kinds of historic Brawl decks, as well as other formats like Commander and Timeless and things like that. We'll see who our first opponent is. I'm not sure if this version of Kaya is a Hellq commander, where we're going to play against like Golos and Rusko and Atraxa. I'm not 100% sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's where Arena placed this card, because it is a powerful card. But I feel like I've played lower tier decks and come up against this deck. So we'll see. As far as starting hands, we're just looking for, probably like 3 lands in both our colors. Removal, maybe a board wipe, and maybe card draw if we're trying to get everything we want. But as long as we have like 2 of those 3 things, or whatever, most of those things I just said, we're probably pretty good. Halana Elena, basically Gruul Stompy. I'm sure you guys have seen this card before, but it basically buffs one of their creatures based on Halana's power. So as long as we remove Halana and Elena, the deck tends to stall. Land tax is good, although it's awkward because we go first. But if they ever like they're in green, so if they ramp, then land tax gets turned on. So we'll keep. Kaya's Wrath will be great against them. Yeah, this is a great hand because they're going to be mono creatures. So having turn 1 into, maybe we draw a turn 2 effect, turn 3, turn 4 is great. We just have to draw another black source, but maybe a land tax can help us with that. We can do, okay, so this comes down untapped, and then this comes down unless you control 2 or more other lands. Yeah, so we can do it like this. Perfect. That curves out really nicely. We can also One Ring, which is obviously a good card draw spell, but it gives us protection as well. So if they have a big board and we can't Kaya's Wrath yet, we can One Ring. Another board wipe, so that's great. Do it like that. It's tempting to not even play a land there, so that land tax gets turned on, but let's not miss land drops. That's a little desperate. Kaya, is also a form of removal, so if we wipe the board, then we can probably play Kaya pretty safely. Oh man, another board wipe. Okay, so yeah, now we just need another land. So there's no board pressure, so do we just not play our land drop to draw lands to make sure we hit all our lands? I think we do, because otherwise, no, because we can play Phyrexian, no we can't, we need another black source. Yeah, I think we do. I would normally never do this, but there's no board pressure right now. So Ozolith, sure. Cool. Take action. So let's grab 2 black sources and a white source. I might have to discard the hand size, but that's okay. Yeah, see, we didn't draw a land, a black land. We'll play you, and we got to discard 2 cards. So let's get rid of these 2. Whenever I have land tax turned on, I always take all 3 lands. That way, I'm pulling lands out of my deck, and I'm more likely to draw spells. So at this point, let's just take... Yeah, let's do it like this. They haven't played anything, which is crazy. Yeah, let's just do it like this. I mean, if they're not gonna pressure me, discard 2. Do it like that. We already have 3 white sources, that's why I'm not worried about it. Plus we have land tax turned on, so what does that do? Okay, so now all their spells cost less, so they could just straight up play their commander if they want. But we have 4 board wipes in hand. Seems pretty good. They didn't play a land, so we didn't get a land tax trigger. Okay. So, we have a couple options here. We could destroy evil and Baleful Mastery. No, we can't. We can only do 1. We can One Ring and draw, and then they're gonna want to play their whole hand, and then we can wipe. Yeah, let's do that. We'll put a stop, just so we can activate the One Ring. Or maybe we don't, because we have Phyrexian Arena. We don't want to lose too much life. I think Phyrexian Arena is fine. Yeah, they're going to do their thing. Uh-huh. Like a bunch of goblins. And they probably knew that that was going to happen, but they just wanted to make the goblins to put pressure on me, which is totally understandable. Let's play with power 4 or greater. They do, so we don't want to play that. We don't want them drawing cards. Vanquish the Horde costs 2. So Do we have enough to do something else with this mana? I guess we could play the Celestis and Sinkhole tapped and then Vanquish the Horde. Ozolith doing its thing. Hopefully they don't have a haste creature. But we're at 23 life, so we're doing okay. We can also gain life with Kaya's Wrath if they do play a bunch of stuff. Let's see. You gain life equal to the number of creatures you control. Oh, never mind. We don't have any creatures. I thought it was all creatures, but it's just creatures we control. Hexproof at the beginning of combat on your turn. Put 2+ counters on another target creature you control. Okay. So maybe they'll put all 6 counters on there? No? Okay, we could draw with the One Ring, but I don't think we do because of Phyrexian Arena. We gotta be careful with our life total. Not right this second, but we just have to be cognizant of it. Okay. So they played this because they know Kaya can exile. So I think we just, that gives us what, white, black, white. Nope, that's not good enough, so we need to tap you for colorless, black, black. What does this do? Destroy target enchantment. This is an artifact. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can... Yeah, we can't do that, but we can play you. We need to get rid of this Ozolith, but it's not imperative right this second to do that. And then if we need to, we can destroy something on the way down. Okay. Kaya, pretty good. So we can exile their Ozolith, and then we get our own Ozolith. We can play Shieldred and start gaining a bunch of life with the One Ring. I think that's the plan. Hold up Baleful Mastery and go for the throat. Activate the One Ring. Yeah, do it like that. Because we do have to kill them eventually. We can't just outvalue them. Okay, resolve. Let's see if they put anything else on the stack. Like a haste creature. Because seven counters is a lot. Pass. Is this an artifact? No. Do it like that. Death touch. Okay. Gaining a bunch of life with all the cards we're drawing. Let's... Dark Ritual.
Saving the world by now.
Okay. Let's get rid of you then. If we have to get rid of something.
Time for your spirit.
And then let's do it like this. We'll auto pay. Yeah, I would scoop too. But we were gonna. Oh yeah, we had a bunch of fun. We were gonna exile their Ozolith with other Kaya, have 2 blockers, and now their commander was gonna cost 2 more because it wasn't being discounted by that was it something class? I forget the name of the enchantment. The Gruul class. Bard class, right? Bard class. Citadel. Alright, this is a tough one. But hopefully we're up for the challenge. They have a lot of removal for our stuff too. Path of Peril is pretty good. Show a creature with mana value 2 or less. That includes their commander. Shoulder is really nice against them. Infernal Grass is great. Command Tower, we have all our colors and ramp. I think we keep. Okay, Command Tower. You gotta get rid of Citadel. Let's just use this while it's relevant. I always have to read all 3 of those modes because I'm always afraid I'm going to get it wrong. So now their commander costs 4. Their only source of card draw in the deck is this. So as long as you kill this over and over again, their deck really slows down. If this is on the battlefield, their deck is insane. It's just like they're gaining life, they're drawing a ton of cards, and their deck is incredibly powerful. Oh, that's really good. Okay. So that gives their enchantment Shroud. However, this gets around that. So let's just ramp here. Do you have a mana tithe? there was a stick there. Do you have a 1 mana instant? 1 mana white instant? Oh, I guess this is what was causing stick. Because they can tutor up, right? Search your library for an enchantment card, reveal it, put on top of it. Yeah. So they can tutor up something. Okay, so we can play Vraska, but this targets. So that's not great. We can Kaya and exile their Sterling Grove, and the Kaya survives because it's, unless they buff Citadel. So I think we gotta go this route. Kaya may die, but we have to get rid of this because it gives everything Shroud, and then all of our targeted removal doesn't work. Land tax, yeah. You got it. Okay, if they gain 3 or more life, they make a 2/2. Can you gain 1 more life? Nope.
Back off.
Okay, Kaya survives, looks like. Alright, so they didn't make a creature. So we can just kill this again, right? We know we're gonna plus Kaya. So let's do that and submit 0. We don't want to do it on their creature because they'll get it back in their hand. We can play Vraska and turn it into a treasure. Sure. There was no stick there.
Irexian life will rise from you.
So we're good. Alright, this is what we want. We want planeswalkers with an empty board. And then we have removal for when they play stuff. Mirari's Wake. Okay. Alright, so we can Grim Tutor for anything we want. I'm not sure what we go grab. let's do this first. I think this is good. Submit 2. We can minus Kaya and get rid of the Mirari's Wake. We can also Grim Tutor for some kind of non-land permanent removal. I think we just do that. Okay. We could Farewell them. That's pretty good, because that exiles all enchantments. We have 4 mana left over. Right? Oh god, they're putting me on the clock. Yep. We can Smothering Tithe them. We can... Yeah, we get 1 ring. But I think we just gotta... Oh, we could Reprobation them. I think we just gotta Despark. Yeah, I think we just gotta Despark. Get rid of that. Full plus. Submit 0. They're gonna land tax again. They can play their commander. We can Infernal Grasp it. For enchantment card, put in your hand. Okay. It's pretty good. Such cool art. I love Theros. The whole Theros set. The art was just so good. A lot of lands. Now land tax is turned off for them, but that doesn't really matter. They have enough mana. Pass. Resolve. What does this say? If target player has fewer than 9 poison counters, they get a number of poison counters equal to the difference. And then we can proliferate if we get above that. Okay, gotcha. This will kill all of them. So I think we just pass. Oh, nice. Oh, this is perfect. We can destroy all their enchantments. Maybe we wait on this. And we just wipe the board. Yeah, let's wait on this, because that could be very powerful. Do this. I probably should have done that first, but it's okay. We weren't gonna play this anyway. It worked out. Do we want to -3 anything? I think the Griffith needs to go. That's too much. It's too much advantage for them. Yeah, they got a creature, but it has Summoning Sickness. Can play their commander, and we can Infernal Grasp it. Resolve. Let's see if they put anything else on the stack. Okay, we got Blood on the Snow. Let's proliferate and draw.
Embrace the inevitable.
Can play this. Let's play it on white. We can make them sacrifice their creature. And we can play Shieldred. We could exile Heliod as well, which I think we have to do. Even though Kaya goes bye-bye. Take action. We can just replay Kaya. We have enough lands. Heliod is a win con for them. We could have also left Kaya in the graveyard and Blood on this node, but Probation, okay. That's perfect. It goes right into our Cleansing Nova. Are these enchantments? No, they're not. Okay. We can get rid of both of their angels, but they're just going to make more. How much mana do we have? We also have 1, 2, 3, 4. So Nykthos makes 2 extra mana. So 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But we actually have 11, I think. So we have enough technically for both of these. What would we get from the graveyard? Grass. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So I think blowing up all enchantments is actually much better. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left over. Hold on. If we do this, we do it like this, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, then we have all that. Perfect. Get shouldered back. Their commander cost 8, so they can play it, but that's pretty much all they can do. Okay. That's a perfect target for Kaya. Excellent. Let's Kaya. -3.
Just gotta hunt and find the last. How hard could it be?
Plus
Nothing of Phyrexis.
Submit 2. All attack. And wait. Wait to see what they play. Solid Haunting. We'll keep this just in case. Their deck is powerful, so we don't want to... We're in the driver's seat, but we don't want to just play this as a land and assume we're not going to need it. Let's... Plus.
Patience.
Submit 2. Get rid of that. Get down to 1 card in hand. Next, all attack. The reason we didn't ultimate was because we want to -9 and still have our Planeswalker, so that the next turn we can 0 and give them 10 poison and kill them. So now we have two points of pressure. They have to deal with this and they have to deal with this. And that's where you want to be. They have 2 threats they have to deal with. Draw some cards with Mazemind Tome. Gain some life. My turn. We're gonna -9. They get 9 poison. We're gonna plus on Sheoldred. We actually have a creature to plus on. We're gonna play Treasure Map. Attack with Shieldred. And pass. So now they have to kill Vraska, or else we win. They have to find an answer for Vraska. All that glitters. Okay. Every time they draw a card, they're essentially losing 1 life because they gain a life and then lose 2. Do you have something like... What? You're bored? I wasn't bored. I was having a great time. So yeah, we were gonna... On our turn, if they couldn't figure this out, we were gonna plus Vraska, give them an extra poison, and they would die. Maybe we would have some fun with them first, but that would be the way to win. So I just want you to understand how powerful this Kaya deck is, because we just grinded that I forget the name of the commander, but that Enchantress commander into the ground. Like, we had an answer for every single thing they did at every point in the game. So this deck is if you're into control, which you know your boy is, but if you're a player that's into control, this is a deck for you. If you like grinding Enchantress into the ground, subscribe. We'll do at least one more. That last game was kind of long. Ragavan. Okay, so this is an interesting challenge. This is an aggro deck, so we need... Oh wow, they just scoop it up. Okay, well, let's... We were basically going to mulligan until we got instant speed removal. And I don't remember if we were going first or they were, but if they went first, then typically what they do is they play a mountain, play Ragavan, so we just need like a 1 mana removal spell. If we go first, then we need a 2 mana removal spell, and it doesn't have to be an instant, it could be a sorcery. And then once Ragavan starts costing, 3 mana and more, their whole game plan kind of gets turned off, so that would have been the way to try to handle that deck. It would have been an interesting challenge, though, because Ragavan, you kind of need to be able to interact with it at instant speed, and that's what makes that card so good, because they can just dash it in. But once you start to... They have to win quickly, otherwise their deck doesn't work. It just like normal mono red and standard, that deck is engineered to win quickly and fast and outvalue you fast. Make a bunch of treasures, steal your cards. But if they can't get that engine going in the first, 2-3 turns, then their deck kind of falls apart. So as long as we would have found ways to deal with them on those first few turns, we would have been alright. I don't think the hand that we got there was a hand that would have been good for that, though. I think we would have had to mulligan that away. We'll see who we get next. Let's see. We got Radic Talzelit? I don't know this card. Hold on. 4 mana Orzhov. Hexproof from white, hexproof from black. Ooh, okay. Whenever one or more knights you control attack, draft a card. Oh, it's an alchemy card. That's why I don't know what this is. Well, hexproof from white and hexproof from black is pretty good against us. So it's Knights Tribal. Whenever one or more knights you control attack. Okay. So our targeted removal is not going to work very well, but we just need board wipes, which we have a bunch of in the deck. This is a good hand, except it has no board wipes. So do we keep it? Well, Kaya... No, Kaya doesn't work either because it's targeted. Ugh, I don't want to get rid of this hand, but I think we have to. Okay, this is better. Except we don't have a white source. That's awkward. Oh, okay, they don't want to play. Well, I think I was going to mulligan again because these are good cards. This is exactly what we want, especially Doomskar. That's awesome, but we have no white source, so how are we going to play double white spells? So yeah. I'm surprised they didn't want to play that game, because their deck is built. I mean, well, their commander at least is built really well against our deck. Like literally, none of our targeted anything that we have that targets their creature would work. So that's a lot of our cards that just get turned off. I was kind of actually looking forward to playing that because that would have been a really interesting challenge, but oh well. Oh, Niv Mizzet. Alright, cool. Well, buckle up. This one's a doozy. So, 5 mana, Niv Mizzet. Essentially works the same way as Atraxa, except for color paired cards. So, at ETBs, they get to draw a fresh hand, essentially. So the best way around that is to counter it, but we're an Orzhov, so we can't counter it. The next best thing is just to kill it. Actually, the best thing would be to put retro... Oh my god. They're afraid. They're afraid of Kaya. I don't know why, though, honestly, because decks like this, where the commander enters the battlefield and they get a bunch of value, like, it's okay if this dies. Because, okay, so what? It goes back to the command zone, and then you have a fresh hand, and now it costs 2 more. You just wait till you run out of the 7 cards you just drew, and then you play this again, draw another hand. It doesn't matter if it dies. It's basically like a 5-color draw a new hand card, more than it is a 6/6 creature, right? So its value is still there, even if we remove it, but I don't know. People are just scared, man. People are just scared. I'm trying to play another game, but people are running away. So we'll see if our next opponent has any mental fortitude, but no promises. Alright, we got an opponent. Koilos, okay. Koilos. Probably the best commander in the format. Maybe that's not true anymore, but it definitely is a top 3 commander. Very, very powerful. I just made 5 different Golos decks. Or I released 5 different videos, all monocolored Golos, so go check those out if you haven't. Duress. This is a really high mana curve hand. They get to go first. They don't get to do anything until like turn 6 anyway, unless they have ramp. So is this good against them? We really want removal. Duress is good, but Farewell is hard to turn down though. Okay, cool. So we got multiple peeks into their hand. No ramp card. Okay, so we'll play you because it does turn on Castle Ardenvale. Let's duress them. Let's just battlefield, draw a card, and you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield, so that's ramp. Siege the Multiverse, Hour of Promise, ramp, ramp, ramp. They have Wash Away. They don't have a blue source though. They have no other lands in their hand. So do we just take this? This doesn't hit Planeswalker, so we don't really care about Farewell. Yeah, Grazer. Yep, I think we do you. It's too easy. It's too easy. Ugh. I'm trying to get another game in, guys, but the homies don't want to play. Alright, we'll try one more. We'll try one more. Oh, nice. Right into a game. Another Sithis. Okay. Not exactly what I want to play again, but let's see if we can recreate what we did before. They get to go first. This hits Sithis, but it takes a little bit to get there, so they're going to gain some value before they do. We can Inquisition them. Yeah. It's not the greatest hand, but we have all of our... We have lands. I can't complain. We'll just keep it. Let's see if this deck can dig itself out of a hole. Let's... Turn 1 Godless Shrine. We'll just have it enter tapped. We could have Inquisitioned on turn 1, but we know they're just going to play their commander, so... It's not like we had to do it right away. Let's Inquisition. Okay. Whenever you cast enchantment spell, draw a card. That's probably got to go. Borrowed Time's very good as well. They may play Alseed next turn, which would be a problem. If we take this, then they're definitely going to play that. What is this? It's an enchantment. Oh, I see. So they would draw a card and then... Yeah. I think we got to take this, unfortunately. Cool. That will help us with the sigil. Yep, they play Alseed. Let's see if they do anything else. They're going to keep up 1 mana to protect Sithis. Okay. Well, let's just make them do it. I know they're going to protect it, but let's just make them do it. Just force their hand. We have more removal if we need it. Yep. We still get the other effects, like we get to discard a card out of their hand. They can borrowed time it if they want, but then that's their whole turn. And we're getting closer and closer to Kaya, which can exile the borrowed time, which means we get to do it again. It re-ETBs and we get to kill something and all that stuff, so. Okay. Oh, that's a great draw. They don't have any protection up either. So now this loses all of its... Now it's just a 1-2. So that's awesome. Let's just pass with Despark up, because they're definitely going to play Sigil. Pass. Yeah. Go ahead and attack with your 1-2. Play your sigil. Resolve. Bye. Maze my tome. Awesome. Let's use 2 black sources. Play Maze Mine Tome. Keep that up. They might kill their own commander, which would be funny. Yeah, you can keep attacking me with your 1/2. I ain't worried about it. Uh-huh. Cool. Awesome. Alright, do we keep this as a just in case, or do we just play Kaya? What's funny is that if we keep this... the only reason I'm asking is because we don't have a land drop unless we play this as a land drop. So... does this have to target? Destroy target creature an opponent controls with power 2 or less. Yes. I think we just... Phyrexian Arena. Gain some more card advantage and let them play their stuff. If they do nothing, we can draw another card with Maze Mine Tome. We're the control deck. We need value. It hurts to not play a land drop. But we already have 5 lands, so it's not like we're stuck on 3 mana or something. Okay. Do they whiff? That'd be so funny if they whiffed. No, they don't whiff. What does this do? When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an enchantment card, reveal it, and shuffle it and put that card on top. Okay. Resolve. Let's see what they get first. They're going to get Hollowed Haunting. Yep, makes sense. That's a Kaya target. So... I think we just draw a card here. We can kill it if we need to. Ooh, perfect. Now hopefully we draw a land with Phyrexian Arena. Land, yes. Awesome. Let's get these down. Okay, so we can play Liliana, and then they can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They could play Citadel and Hallowed Haunting. And then we could play Kaya and get rid of Hallowed Haunting. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we did.
I am the master here.
So we give them back their commander. Pass through the turn. Which is unfortunate, but we do have... now we have enough setup pieces that it's okay. We can power through it. Hallowed Haunting, uh-huh. Probably play your commander, right? Resolve all. So they make a 1/1. It's not too bad right now. Floating Snow is awesome. Bazooka Bog is great. Do we want to... do we care about exiling right now? So I'm glad we held on to Inversion, because if their deck gets out of hand, we have a backup plan. Is there anything in our graveyard that we want to bring back? Not right now. So we have 6 mana. Let's... what is this? As long as you control 7 or more enchantments, they have flying. So let's get rid of their commander again.
I just want to get in, get out.
Okay, so the option is to get rid of Borrowed Time, have this come back in and kill their commander, or we can get rid of Hallowed Haunting, which is like the real problem. I think I just answered my own question. And we can Bazooka Bog them, make sure that thing and everything else that we got rid of goes away. We can make a 2/2
What a good, mindless man.
and pass. Smothering Tithe, yep, it's very good. Resolve all. They can attack? No? Alright. So we can pay if we want to. Auto pay. Draw. We don't want to give them treasures, ideally. If we pay, we'll go down to what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So resolve, auto pay, play you. We'll plus, submit 0. Play our. Oh, we already played a land drop. So we can do this and kill their board, right? Yeah, for 2. This gets around protection effects and indestructible effects. If they have a way to buff their creature, then that's fine. We draw a card from Liliana and gain some life. Or they lose life, rather. Oh yeah, because this is the Alchemy version. Resolve, we can't pay, so they can make a treasure. And then we make a zombie. We pass.
Like a fun new toy.
So if we get to ultimate with Liliana, we win the game. So right now we just want to protect Liliana. Okay, play their commander. Which is starting to cost a lot. I think it costs them 6 now, right? Curse of Silence. Okay, on what? On Kaya? Yeah. Okay, well it's already on the battlefield, so maybe they're just doing that to draw as many cards as possible. That's fair. Mm-hmm. Okay. Potsy is nice. What are we doing this turn? Yeah, I think we can afford resolve, auto pay, draw. Excellent. All right, so we can destroy all their enchantments, which includes their commander. So 1, 2, is it all artifacts and enchantments? It would destroy ours as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can pay and not give them any more. Actually, it would blow up their treasures, right? So it doesn't matter. Z, resolve, decline. Okay. So let's play our land. Play Mindstone. We can Thought Seize them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Make sure they don't have a way to protect their stuff before we do this, because that would be a wash. We don't care about swords. And then we'll blow up all artifacts and enchantments. Unfortunately, that gets rid of our stuff, but I think we've gained enough value where we're alright. Yeah. Oh, I had so much fun. So yeah, that would have gotten rid of all this, and since Citadel is a enchantment, it would have blown up Citadel too. GG. I don't think I've ever recorded a video where I've beat this deck twice in the same video. This deck is like top tier. Maybe even the best deck in Historic Brawl. Good stuff. Alright, let's do a deck review. We finally got a last opponent. That was nice. Ooh, what card did we get? Cool. Blue or red. Alright. Deck. So, like I said in the middle of the video, if you like control, I highly recommend this deck. I think this version might even be better than the other version I did. Where you had this version of Kaya as your commander. This version is more powerful in a sense because it's hexproof, so people can't target it, and it draws you cards. It has the same kind of exile effect, but this one only hits a creature or enchantment, but you get a copy of it. So like if someone plays Atraxa and you -3 their Atraxa, you get a copy of Atraxa, which means you also get the enter the battlefield trigger of Atraxa. So that's incredibly powerful. But it's 7 mana, so it takes a while to get to it. It's obviously very good once you do, and with the right game plan, you can clear the board and make sure this stays on the battlefield. But it's just easier to have a 5 mana version, which has a better -3. Exile any target non-land permanent is just better than the situational creature or enchantment version. So as a commander, I think this version of Kaya is better. Plus, if you build around the +1, you don't have to build a control deck. You could build around the +1 where it's like a, you have all your Sheoldreds and other powerful Orzhov creatures. And then, the +1 gets really, really good because if, opponents kill your stuff or you wipe the board, you get those creatures back in your hand and you create a 1/1 and your opponent loses all their stuff. So there's a number of different ways you can build this. I really like the control shell because that's who I am. I'm just an evil human being, but you can build this commander in a bunch of different ways. And all of them will be extremely powerful because of that, -3 ability. And then if you ever get to the -7, it's essentially game over because you can just play, your Sheoldred every turn, all your Planeswalkers every turn for free. You're drawing a bunch of cards. If you build your deck right, you got all the best card draw in the game. Black has some of the best card draw. We saw how powerful Phyrexian Arena was. People talk about this card like it sucks. Actually, no, I won't even give them that. This card does not suck. It's definitely slow compared to like the One Ring, but I mean, you're drawing 2 cards a turn and you just lose 1 life. It's really, really good. It's like I think it's better than Black Market because Black Market will literally kill you. I've died so many times with this on the battlefield just because of, the damage adds up so fast. But I think Phyrexian Arena is a nice balanced version. So anyway, Black has all the best card draws. So if you have Necropotence, Phyrexian Arena, Black Market in there as well as the One Ring, I mean, you're coasting. You have all the card draw. Anyway, so this deck was great. I really enjoyed playing it. I highly recommend if you like this style of play, you download the list. It's in the description. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, subscribe. Please subscribe. Like the video, leave a comment. Tell me if there's any cards I missed in here or if you play the deck and you've been enjoying it. Thanks for watching again. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.